Zero. I mean, and that's an indication that we have some sort of common sense still left on the Supreme Court. Now, we shouldn't have to, rely on that, but it's there. And they've done such a horrible job at being public servants that the general public, our job is easier. You said something a second ago. You said that demographic wouldn't relate. They will. And I'm telling y'all, we need you. You just have to have the for lack of a better term, the talking points that are relatable. The messaging doesn't actually change. The messaging is, hey, your demographic, the Black community, has been targeted by certain portions of government to make sure you don't have the means to defend yourself. Every Black, straight, gay, what, doesn't matter. Everyone in that demographic resonates with that. And it actually sometimes makes more of an impact when it comes from someone that doesn't look like us. When it's someone that says, that breaks that leftist media narrative that says, hey, these white guys and women don't actually care about you. And when you come and say, hey, not only do we care about you, even though we may live in different, demographics, I want you to have something to have the means to protect yourself from corrupt portions of the state, as well as I want to make sure that I'm not adding to or I'm helping to heal and break that divide. I'm here for you if you want some information. That messaging goes a lot further because it breaks that, hey, those guys over there don't care about you. So I want to encourage everybody to still do that. And it's very simple. You don't have to be anything other than what you are. You are a patriot fighting for the unification of America. And it's not a new schematic. We already have the formula for it. It's the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And so explaining that to a demographic and breaking that leftist narrative that says you don't care can be very, very powerful. And I just want to remain steadfast in our approach, where it doesn't come off. It's not pandering. It's not deceptive. It's not manipulative. It's just actual fact of the matter. And again, I know with the onslaught of media saying this, or on a national federal level, Biden and these guys literally now saying, hey, we're going to go door to door for these things. And we're going to try to fight, the shootings with these things. It can look overwhelming, but I'm telling you, we winning. Cornered animals fight as hard as they're fighting right now because they know they're about to lose. They know they're about to lose. And so they have to try everything, all of the tricks in the bag to make it look as if they're not. Again, 20 years of licenses to carry. Even though I'm not obviously, I think all of these things are infringements. However, we can use that as a measuring stick. 20 years of licenses to carry going up, 20 years of violent crime actually going down. So again, in risk of sounding like a broken record, I want to just make sure that we're motivating each other, supportive of each other, giving the time and energy that we need to give to each other to make sure that we're promoting these simple facts. And if anybody has any questions on some tactics that I use that have been effective, please ask them. I'll share what I know because I got to get ready in a quick second to do another interview real quick. But I just want to thank you all, one, for obviously allowing me, having me out, continuing to spread that message of, Black and white, and obviously there's other colors in between, working together against, oppressive regimes, as in the Bacon Rebellion and other, and other things like that, as in the Black Panther Party, which also had white members, another little tricky, and women members in leadership, another little tricky tactic that the media doesn't, their tactic is to not express that. Black Panther Party had white members. Black Panther Party had women in positions of leadership. So I just want to keep everybody in our mind, and making sure that everybody, from me seeing this from all of these different states all around the country, we're seeing this pushback. Even if you step back even bigger than America, you see people fighting for liberation. You see it in Haiti. You see it in Cuba. You see it in South Africa. Mm-hmm. This is not just because of the fact that, like, people are like, man, they didn't get a COVID vaccine, as Biden would say. It's actually not that. It's actually
it's like during your CPAC, where you had like 15 slides to get through, and one of them that really hit me is you got to watch Virginia, because Virginia is like the front domino. And if
Right.
you're sitting somewhere in Texas or Tennessee and you think it's not going to happen to me, if you watch Virginia fall, it's coming your way.
It's coming your way, and in reverse. We thought that New York, you know, especially with that court, we thought that New York was a lost cause. You know how many times I heard that? New York's lost. They just want something huge. Then right after that, you get California's so-called assault ban. That's 3 decades. That's 3 decades. That's overturned. And obviously they're going to try to fight. The precedent has already been set. It's just time.
Let me ask you.
It's just a challenge and to stepping back. And these are the areas that, we thought were, oh man, there's no way. We got magazine capacity bans tossed, in Jersey, magazine capacity bans tossed in Cali. So saying all of this to say, y'all, I just want to remind everybody to stay in the fight because we're actually winning. And if y'all got any questions, let's chop it up about them now.
I was gonna ask you too. So you travel doing these classes?
Absolutely.
So I think reaching out, especially to some of the minority communities in the state, one way to do that would be to do what you're doing, which is to offer training for free.
Yep.
So I think what we may need to do is open a line of communication. I think the logical thing might be to pay to have you come down here, and let's set this up in a few places to reach out to the minority communities. Let's get people trained to understand their rights and how to handle guns safely. And
let's do it right in Richmond.
Richmond, right where I am. I'm right in Chesterfield County, so we're right here. So if you wouldn't mind, send me an email, president@vcdl.org, and let me know who I should be communicating with. Let's set something up. I'll talk to the board about doing this, and if you give me an idea what it might cost, we can see if we can go in the piggy bank and get you out of here. Because we need to, it's fine to talk about this, but I want to get moving on it if we can.
Let's do it. The quicker the better. I'm with it. Y'all already got the email. Let's set it up. I'm down.
All right. So that's my main question.
Good. Let me just ask people in chat if you have any questions for Maj before he runs off and does his next thing. Go ahead and throw them in chat. And Pat, do you have any questions before he heads off?
No. I just did want to make a comment about something you said, Ed. You made the comment that Virginia was the first domino, and other states are thinking, well, it could never happen here. But that's what Virginians said, and that's why the domino started tipping like it did.
That's why we had 60,000 people show up.
Right. The domino hasn't fallen yet. We pushed it back up. But a whole lot of people that said, oh, gun control could never happen in Virginia, they woke up with cold ice water in their face because it can happen. All it takes is one election cycle for everything to turn around the wrong way.
Gun owners cannot afford to ignore elections anymore. You can't do it. If you're doing it, you're putting the inscription on your own tombstone. I had some people say, well, I think I'll move to another state. I said, look, if Virginia falls, be sure you get an apartment because you're going to be moving a lot. This is going to follow you around. So,
yes.
Well, Maj, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you and like what you're doing. Like you said, we'll get you in touch with Philip to continue that effort. I know you got other things going on. Why don't you go ahead and plug your following and your channels and your whatever so everybody can just kind of keep watching you.
Before we do that, I do have one question for Maj, if you don't mind.
Sure.
How can VCDL members reach out to minorities and new gun owners?
You got to go to places. One, develop the liaisons, and I'll help. We do an event and stuff like that. But also, you got to go into places that you're not going, and even in spaces where cultural relevancy matters. And so, even asking a question and saying, "Hey, man, what's that song you're listening to? Hey, man, what book is that?" I don't know if once you start those conversations and being open to the opportunity of where is the opportunity? My libertarian friends are really good at this. They look, when they're outside, they look for opportunities at the gas station and sparking up conversations about the thing that they're into. For them, it's obviously libertarians. If they see somebody with a Ron Paul sticker or something like that, creating those small opportunities and spaces every single area to just ask, and let the other person express themselves and create that space. But also, again, just developing those liaisons. I actually have a curriculum that we're working on, and I'll bring it down when we do an event. And like, but legitimately, it kind of got to be in places that outside of your comfort zone in regards to places off your beaten path. Hey, if I happen to say once a week, I'm going to be in a neighborhood that is predominantly not people that look like me. And as I'm having a drink at this bar, engage. Simple and plain. You know what I mean? And in that engagement, you let the conversation go in a direction that it needs to go. But as gun owners, we can always turn the conversation back to firearms. That's not going to be hard for us at all. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So that's been very productive for me individually and for a lot of our the people that's in support of our movement.
So people.
Lastly, if anybody wants to support, GoFundMe.com/Black Guns Matter, and I want everybody to go to solutionarylifestyle.org. That's our website for the Solutionary Summit. We're going to have special forces guys, Green Beret guys, and all of that teach a lot of beginners and so-called high-value VIP people on a boat in Miami. Everybody, hey, grab a ticket if you want to come out. If you don't want to go to that part, come learn about how you can articulate these points, among other things, political education, finances, all of that. That's going to be at the summit. That's September the 3rd through the 5th. The website for that is Solutionary, like revolutionary with solution instead, solutionarylifestyle.org.
I'll tell you what, as you email Philip about coming down and doing something for us, if you give a couple paragraphs of all that stuff that you said, he'll include it in the alert so we don't miscommunicate to our members as to what we want them to look at.
Perfect. And then if everybody
September 3rd to the 5th?
Yeah, September the 3rd through the 5th. If anybody wants to donate to our work at Black Guns Matter, that's GoFundMe.com/Black Guns Matter.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a bit.
Good seeing you.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye. Cool dude.
Yeah.
Very.
And doing something that we've, he's been doing this for a while. It's something we've got to get involved in here. And
so if you out there in YouTube land, other VCDLers that have never seen Maj speak, look on our YouTube channel for Maj Toure speaking at our lobby day where he talks about Bacon's Rebellion. All right, back to our regularly, and I heard I saw that, I don't know if it was an internet connection or what, but we went offline for like a minute. And when we put the video up on YouTube, I'll merge those two together so you can watch it seamlessly. But somebody said it was probably the ATF shutting us down, and I don't believe that. So
I guess did you lose? You probably lost some of the recording of Maj, didn't you?
Probably lost a minute.
Yeah.
But beyond my control. So if you're listening ATF right now, cut me off. Okay, I don't think it was them.
Don't tempt fate. Yeah, could have been YouTube though.
YouTube same goes. No, never mind. I'm not gonna.
Never mind.
I tried that once with Facebook and we got cut off.
Yep. So Philip, you have a list. Are we
we're
through that? Halfway through it?
We pretty much covered my main list. So
I got a couple. Okay. I got a couple things on my list. If you go out, if you go out to a gun store or something, and you see the blue or green or any type of cards like this, I don't know. It doesn't show with my background, but the cards from VCDL that tell you all the gun laws. If you see any color other than fuchsia, hot pink, get rid of those cards. Send an email to bruce@vcdl.org and say you need some cards for the thing. And actually, don't say you need some cards. Say how many you want. And they come in packs about this thick. So if you say
that's 100.
Yeah, so if you say I need one, he's going to send you one pack, right? He's not going to send you one card. You can donate. You can send in donations, as a lot of people do with it. You can send in a self-addressed stamped envelope if you just want 5 or 10. Just don't make him guess. Bruce is a bad guesser. Bruce@vcdl.org. Hey, Bruce, I need 10 individual cards. I need one pack of 25. Whatever it is you need, tell them that, and you'll get those cards out. So that's one thing I want.
By the way, that's manly pink.
Yes. Yes, it's not effeminate, guys. It's manly pink.
The next request, you could take this as a bashing or a request, depending on how you want it. Mike Wilbert is our state gun show coordinator, and he should be Dr. Mike Wilbert because he's almost like a dentist, because it is like pulling teeth to get members to come do what they love, and that's talk to other members about guns at a gun show. So if you've never worked a gun show, that's okay. They'll train you. So look at the last alert, actually on all the social media. There's a plea, literally a plea from Mike Wilbert saying, please come help us. We need you. And if you don't have to do it forever, but please step up to the plate and help the gun show coordinator. So that's in the alert. That's also on the social media. Email Mike, said, Ed beat me up online and I'm here to help. And please do so. And then the final thing, I know we've heard you loud and clear. You're tired of meeting online and you can't wait to get back to in-person meetings. So because we can't meet in the police stations or libraries and things like that anymore, we've had to be creative. And usually we've had a meeting, hold the meeting, and then it's 9:30 at night and people are trying to either go home or eat dinner late at 9:30. So we figured out, why don't we have a local meeting, eat first at the restaurant, and then have our meeting in the restaurant. But there's generally not a bunch of restaurants that can take 100 people at the same time, feed them all, and then have meeting space. So we've talked to my friends that own the Bungalow Lake House in Sterling, and on August 11th, Philip, correct me if I got the date wrong. I think it's August 11th. I'll know in a second.
Yeah, I'll check.
Let me see. August 11th. So on August 11th, we're going to have a VCDL in-person meeting for around 75 people. All right. If you want to eat dinner, you can get there between 6:30 and 7 p.m. Order. You're not rushed. And then at 8 o'clock, Philip will start off the meeting. If you're not done eating, you can still eat because it's a restaurant. You'll just have to keep your glass clinking to a minimum so he can talk and tell what's going on. So we'll see how that goes. If it works out great, we'll do it again, and we'll do it in more places. And this is also a call for you guys out there. If you have a place that can have a similar setup and feed us and have the meeting space and whatever else, then let us know, and we'll try and do it out your way as well.
I'm talking to somebody about Lynchburg. We'll see if they're going to talk to somebody today, see if maybe they'll set something up. Yeah, we need to start doing this again around the state.
And so, we need space for 50 to 100 people.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be a restaurant. And by the way, although Ed said that, we can't do it at police stations and all that anymore. No, not in Fairfax, Arlington, and all the communist areas of the state. But in the freer areas, right. Yeah, that's all still fine.
That's what I had my blinders on.
Yeah, 95% of the state doesn't have any of that baloney local gun control. So,
right, and public libraries generally have meeting rooms that if you have a library card, you can get it for free. So there is that too.
Yeah, so again, we kind of leave it up to some of our locals to say, hey, let's do a VCDL meeting in Salem. Well, then we just need to have a place to hold it and a time. You really just coordinate it with me. You do president@vcdl.org. Let me know what you got. We'll look at the calendar and put something together and make it happen.
Yep. Email issues. We had a couple of alerts go out on the 13th. Two of them actually, two or three that did not go to everybody on the list. As a matter of fact, two of them only went to about half the list. So if you did not get alerts on the 13th, then you can go to our website, and on the home page of our website, down under, news? Let me look. Sorry. Scroll down the page, and it's under latest news, and you can see the last 3 or 4 VA alerts there, and just click on them, and you can click on the More tab and look back at other alerts. If you've just joined the list, you can catch up that way. So all of our alerts go on our website under the news section there. And for all of you that are members that pay your membership dues, you can log into vcdl.org with the email address that you have on record with us. If you have not logged in since the end of March, you'll have to reset your password because we've switched web hosts, but the email address is still the same, vcdl.org. If you had set up automatic renewal or automatic donations, you will have to reestablish them. I'm sorry about that, but we have a new card processing system that's saving us some money. So you will have to reestablish recurring payments and auto renewals. Yes, sir, Ed.
Are there family memberships yet?
There are family memberships. So family memberships work where the primary family member pays full $25 dues and gets the Defender mailed to them. And then each additional family member in the same household, up to 6, are $15 a piece. And they do not get the Defender mailed to them, but they have full advantage of the website. Something else that is coming, and it's very close to being launched, is one of our members, Sarah Max, works for AFLAC. And she has been working very hard over the last year trying to get deep, deep discounts for VCDL members. And that will be launching in the next few days, probably. So watch your emails, watch the VA alert. And you do have to be a paid member to participate. But from what I understand, the discounts on the AFLAC policies are deeper discounts than AFLAC employees get. So
did you say
pretty
Sarah
good deal there.
Did you say Sarah with AFLAC?
Sarah with AFLAC, Sarah
Max.
I
thought you said Sarah is a quack. I misheard.
Sarah Max, M-A-X, Max.
Sarah's a friend of mine. I get to do that.
Okay.
All
so,
right.
But not anymore.
Pretty good list.
Craig asked if 5, 10, and 15 and 20-year memberships are a thing. At the moment, not unless you renew at a gun show to get in free. It adds another year to your membership. But I believe we may have life memberships coming very soon. So,
and you could, if you wanted a 5-year membership, you can just send in $125.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be like a 5-year.
But you cannot do that on the website. Our system doesn't have the capability for more than 1 year ahead of time. So you can do it by
the treasurer.
Yes. Well,
and
the membership director can take care of it as well.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yes.
I know them both.
Yep. And I think that's all I had on my list. Has anybody seen any questions coming up in the chat that need to be addressed?
Now, unfortunately, we lost some of the chat from the first segment.
No, I see people talking about COVID passport needing in grocery stores or restaurants. Sarah's apparently listening.
Oh,
she just said, I heard that.
Yeah, her ears were burning.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually, would we want, if she's free, do we want her to jump on for a minute and talk about the program or no?
I don't have a problem.
If she wants to.
Premature.
We're an hour into it, but yeah, we could do that. Sure.
All right, let me just see something real quick.
Yeah, so we've been working on a bunch of stuff behind the scenes here to give you a little more bang for your membership buck. No pun intended. But I'm really excited about a lot of the things that are developing.
Okay, well, so we'll see if she clicks the link and joins us real quick and maybe just gives us a bird's eye view. See what I did there with that one?
I saw that.
Give us a bird's eye view of what's coming down the pike. It's still in the creation process. It's been approved, so this way maybe we'll get some questions answered. Okay, she says she's going to try and get on. So we'll give her a minute to get on. And So if you have any questions about what the Aflac plan might be or cover for you as a member, besides just getting the Aflac services at a lower price than you would if you bought them on your own, start thinking about those questions you'll have. And when Sarah joins us, then you can ask her directly.
Yeah, Aflac is not in itself an insurance. So, you need to have your own health insurance. And she'll explain this, but it covers other expenses that are not covered by your insurance. All of us have co-pays and other things that come in, or maybe some little procedure that's not covered by your insurance. Aflac is there to fill that gap for you.
And Pat, why did we do this as an organization? Why did we reach out to someone that's not guns at all and bring a service to our members?
Well, we didn't actually reach out. Sarah is a member and she reached out to us, but we felt it was a win-win situation because Sarah's offering a good deal to our members. So we were able to work with her and get this set up. Anytime we can save our members a little bit of money, if it's something that they can use, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, we just don't want to drive people nuts with things, and we don't. That's we put the option out there, and you take it or leave it. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see a Wine of the Month club from VCDL or anything like that. But
yes, so
calendar of the month. How about
surprise! Welcome to the program, Sarah Max, VCDL member and Aflac representative.
Hi, everybody.
So I know it's only because I called you Sarah the Quack that you responded, but yet here you are, and we're actually kind of wrapping up the meeting. So we'll just use this as a little bit of a teaser for what you're going to be offering to VCDL members. So why don't you tell them what you can that's not secret yet, and just kind of let them know what's up.
Well, I know you caught me off guard a little bit, but yeah, basically we're getting special rates and special products that you would not normally be able to get outside of a workplace. Usually that's, the optimum situation, but normally on a direct basis, you would not be able to access certain products and things like that. So, and it's, like I said, special rates and great coverage, whether or not you have major medical coverage or not. I think everybody knows that the major medical marketplace is kind of a mess, and a lot of people don't have any coverage at all. So, and even if you do have it, it's really expensive. I don't think it's very reasonable enough for the amount of times you use it a year. So I don't have it. I have all the Aflac products, and it was a portion of what it would cost for major medical. So I really feel like it's important for at least to get the information and see how it works for you and your family.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anybody in the chat have any questions for Sarah? And while we wait for a question, I see is how is VCDL protecting online membership list? Our membership list is not online.
Our membership list is on the back end side of our website, but it is a protected area. So it is protected by the same type of encryption and so forth that your bank uses.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I guess I don't know if he's asked as far as are we reaching out to people, just so people know we are not reaching out to members specifically for this product. Members are going to have access to my calendar and will be able to click on the day and the time that suits them to be able to talk to me.
So in addition to my error of saying that you're reaching out, and calling you a quack, there's two errors that I made that I've been corrected on. Thank you.
Yeah. So what'll happen basically is there'll be a link on the members only side of the website. So when you sign in, you'll have access to the link where you can contact Sarah and make an appointment and see the sign up for the various Aflac programs that will be offered at the special pricing.
Yeah, and all of the brochures will be up there, and as well as a rate sheet. And then, like I said, get a time to meet with me over the phone, and I can walk everybody through it and just give them the information, and go from there.
And she'll know you're a member because you have to be logged in to get to the link to get to her.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, thank you for joining us at short notice, and good to see you. And sorry I called you quack. I was just joking, but that was some lightning fast response time by you.
Yeah, boy.
I try to be responsive to all my customers, and especially when they have claim questions or anything that they don't have to call some 1-800 number. They have my number. Believe it or not, I answer the phone, help people with
And
claims.
you're a real person.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, all you VCDLers out there. Thank you for joining us. And again, YouTube will automatically put this up as 2 videos because we had an internet glitch in the middle. I will merge them together and create 1 video. So you can either watch part 1, part 2, or part 1 and 2 together. All right.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
We need to go
Good
shooting
night.
again sometime, Philip.
Yes.
What's that?
I said we need to go shooting again sometime.
Yeah. Sarah and I did a little shooting down in Virginia Beach.
It's awesome.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.